Hello yoga friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica, and today we'll be doing a 15-minute gentle flow with no props required. This is going to be a great one to do maybe first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed. And as always, there is a playlist linked below in the description box if you'd like some tunes while you practice. We'll begin this one in a wide-kneed child's pose. Feet together, knees about as wide as the mat, and lowering the forehead down onto the mat, reaching the fingertips towards the front, and fluttering the eyes closed or taking a soft gaze here, and evening out the breath, in and out through the nostrils. And we'll begin our practice by setting an intention. Anything that comes to mind is wonderful. And if nothing comes to mind, you can always use this one. I give myself permission to do what is right for me. I give myself permission to do what is right for me. And whatever intention you chose for yourself, begin to inhale the energy from that beautiful intention in through the nose, deep into the belly. And open the mouth, sigh, exhale out anything extra you may have brought onto your mat today. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling through the nose, deep into the belly. And open the mouth, sigh, exhale out anything extra. And returning to that even breath, knowing you can always come back to your intention throughout your practice and perhaps throughout the rest of your day. And let's take about 5 more rounds of breath here in our child's pose. Option to gently roll your forehead back and forth on the mat, massaging your third eye, or remain in stillness. If you are rolling your forehead back and forth, let's come back to center in our child's pose for 2 more rounds of breath. And next inhale, let's walk our hands over to the right and exhale the forehead back down to the ground. Stretching through the left side body here. And next inhale, let's walk our hands over to the left and exhale that forehead down to the ground. Stretching through the right side body. And next inhale, let's come back to center. Exhaling down into our child's pose. And inhale, let's find a tabletop position. Knees directly under hips, wrists directly under shoulders. Now if your wrists are bothering you today, you can always make fists and stand on your fists here. And in our next inhale, we're going to drop the belly, look up to the sky for cow pose, shoulders down and back here. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine for cat. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhaling to cow. And exhale, cat. And inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhaling back to tabletop. Let's flex both feet and gently press the hips up and back to our first downward facing dog, making sure our feet are hip width distance or wider. Maybe we're pedaling through the feet here or bending both knees, shoulders down and back, neck nice and released, and eyes of the elbows pointed towards the front of the mat, all 10 fingers spread wide. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath here in down dog before moving on to our first Surya Namaskar A or Sun Salutation A. And next, inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet and just walk forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky, and exhale, hands through heart center and down by the sides. Palms facing the front of the mat for Tadasana Mountain Pose. Taking 2 rounds of breath here, grounding through all 4 corners of both feet. And next, inhale, let's bring those arms overhead, and exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step back into a tabletop, and let's come to child's pose. Inhale, back to tabletop, and exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Knowing that that tabletop to a child's pose is a beautiful way to flow. But for the rest of class, you can flow as you so choose, or you can always just press back to down dog, choosing not to flow at all. And on our next inhale, we're going to rise up to the balls of the feet, step toward the front of our mat, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky. Exhale, right hand to hip, left arm overhead, reaching towards the right, stretching through the left side body. Inhale, back to center, arms overhead. Exhale, left hand to left hip, right arm overhead, reaching towards the left, stretching through the right side body. And inhale, back up to center, both arms overhead. And exhale, cactus both of those arms down, looking up to the sky, opening the heart and throat chakras here. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step, hop, or float back, flow as you so choose. And I'll meet you in downward facing dog. And next, inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet, step forward, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Let's stay here for 3 rounds of breath and our forward fold, maybe grabbing opposite elbows and taking a ragdoll. Next, inhale. Let's find half lift, shoulders down and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms. Let's all step back into that tabletop and come to sit on our bums here. Bringing the soles of the feet together, knees wide for bound angle, adjusting the heels as close or as far away from the groin as you need. Let's sit up nice and tall. An option is stay here if there is enough hip opening going on. If not, on your next exhale, let's walk our palms towards the front of the mat. And fold over here, releasing our head, neck, and shoulders. Allowing our upper back to relax and finding a nice opening through the hips here. And 2 more rounds of breath here. Next, inhale, gently roll up vertebrae by vertebrae back to a seated position, bringing the knees towards the sky, keeping the knees bent, soles of the feet on the ground. Let's reach towards the front of the mat and exhale, lower down all the way onto the back. And inhaling, both knees into the chest, maybe finding a little rocking from side to side here. And let's bring both arms out to a T and exhale both legs over to the right for a supine twist, making sure that left shoulder remains in contact with the earth. Option to gaze over the left fingertips here. And next inhale, let's bring those knees back up to center. And exhale, both knees over to the left, making sure that right shoulder remains in contact with the ground. Option to gaze over the right fingertips. And next inhale, bring both knees back up to center, and let's lower the soles of the feet on the ground, bringing the arms down by the sides, palms down. Making sure the legs are hip width distance here. We're going to inhale, pressing through the feet and lifting the pelvis for a bridge pose. Two more rounds of breath here. And next, exhale, gently lower the pelvis down to the earth. And bringing both knees in once more, grabbing the outer edges of the feet and coming into happy baby for 3 rounds of breath. And gently releasing your happy baby and finding your shavasana for the day. Allowing your legs to straighten, arms to come by the sides, or maybe the hands to rest on the belly or heart, fluttering the eyes closed or taking a soft gaze. And scanning the body for any tension we can exhale. And stop being a human doing and just be a human being. I will let you know when it's time to come out of your shavasana, but for now, simply rest. And you are welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. But if you'd like to close out class with me, begin to bring awareness back to your breath, introducing some movement by wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe rolling through your wrists and ankles, reaching your arms overhead and taking a nice good morning stretch before gently rolling onto one side for a fetal position, using your bottom arm as a pillow, knees bent, keeping your eyes closed here perhaps, and gently pressing your way up into Sukhasana, easy pose. Bringing hands to heart center, I want to thank you for coming to practice with me today, and I look forward to seeing you again on your mat. Let's close our class with the sound of Om, inhaling through the nose deep into the belly. Om. And bringing your thumbs to third eye, may the light and love in me recognize and honor the light and love in you. Namaste.